My humble greetings to you good fellows out there. This is another tape, another video to sort of explain verbally most of the things that I believe needs to be looked into. And recently, most my video has been entitled Unveiling the Friendly Trap. And if you've really come across some of the videos, you probably have seen the scenes and somehow a bit of detailed explanations of how my views are. Now, that's just the beginning of what you probably have heard, so you shouldn't jump to conclusions yet. But I'd like to first, as I've said, normally it's based on I'm normally basing my findings on personal observations that I've experienced regarding experience that observations and experience I've gathered or I've come across or I've been through regarding the Quran and the Bible altogether. It was mainly the Bible, but the Quran sort of came along to sort of solidify my viewpoint on the religious basis, because these two books are quite very much what most people really sort of accept as a way of knowing God or accepting God and the worshipping of God. So I'd like to this moment, before I introduce all that part, I want to more get into the explanation of the title of Unveiling the Friendly Trap. Probably someone might come across it and might not understand it very carefully, what the author intends to sort of pass on to others. The whole idea of it is to tell or bring the awareness of the listener or anybody out there that you should look out for that friendly face, that calm looking approach, that humble approach, just like mine. Mine is an humble approach to sort of get your mind to, or your soul, or let's say your attention in so many ways to draw you to something, or get your attention to prove something to you, or get your attention to sort of take advantage of you. That's what the title actually is pointing you at, to sort of bring you awareness, draw your attention to something that we normally overlook, or we calmly embrace without a doubt or any kind of objections. And that is what I'm talking about. Humans have grown into the ways of learning how to be able to sort of convince others and somehow to sort of become appealing in appearance in order to achieve whatever aim that we have in mind. And it does matter a lot, because appearance does matter in so many ways. And in the sense of unveiling the friendly trap, over the years, the main two things that really catches the eye, that really moves into the mental mind of the human race, has been culture and religion. Culture or religion has very strong relating basis. They do relate a lot. So it could be the same, but there are others who are more in tune or have been fed all their life through cultural means, and others have been fed through religious means. Now, basically, they are all similar, but slightly the other is there's a slight difference of let's say how the word is used or the presentation. So to be very truthful about or honest about these about my explanation, I think let's take it as two different process or two different ways by which humanity has been fed in the sense of information, and our life have been built and based on that grounds. Why I say that, even when it comes to dressing, there are cultural influences in it. People dress based on culture. When it comes to dress, we have the same in the religion sense. People dress based on religion advices or religion intuitions. Others do it through other means. We also know that most counseling and advices has also come through this angle. So there is no sort of made up, or I've not just conjured something from the air and just put it out there. No, it's a fact that somehow we all have those bases right back of our mind in everything we do. There are so many instances and so many things I could point to suggest these things. Even the words the language we speak has so many, connection with the culture and the religion that we may have over the time have been, generated from, and there isn't any hidden secret about it. From what I have personally observed is what I'm trying to put out in this video. Who knows? Life is just going on, and tomorrow you might be, your life might end, and you never know. Maybe the next minute, maybe the next second. And if there are chances where you have to speak out of what your views are to sort of straighten up the human race, sharing to your other fellow human being, to sort of bring awareness to something good, something really benefiting to the human life, then it has to be done, not to be delayed or sort of prepare it in a sense that at that instant you could do it and you were waiting or delaying it. But if there was no means to get it done like what is being done right now in this video, then it does need that kind of waiting, which is more acceptable and more necessary, because there is no other choice or no much of an option to sort of go through with. And that has been the case of my delay. But now that if it's possible, that I see that this was an avenue that can be used, I'm actually using that. So in my case, I don't see any delay. But if I were advise others, I wouldn't think that if such a situation where you have an avenue to put out your view and you are just putting it off for whatever reason, that is not very much solid regarding, not having the means to do it, then I think that will be a bad thing. But if you have the means, you should really put out your views. Getting back to point, is something to do with the two main the two main tools or device, or what should I say, ideals or program or whatever it is. What I mean is religion and culture that builds a man's life. We might be denier of this in so many sense, but as I sit here, there is a picture that can be drawn out of me as I speak. You meet a person and speak to that person, interact with that person, and you can draw some